Hello Year 5, welcome to Thursday's Maths, where we are looking at subtracting two mixed numbers. So we're going to build on what we were practicing yesterday with subtracting, and we are going to be subtracting two mixed numbers today. First off, have a go at your arithmetic starter. Pause me here, think about what the question is asking you to do, particularly this one down here. There are lots of different possible answers, so make sure you are reading the question, and I will reveal the answers in 3, 2, 1. Okay, hopefully you got those correct. This one, it could have been any numbers in there as long as it had 5 digits, and the digit in the hundreds column was a 6. Okay, so here is our first example question. We've got 2 2/3 take away 1 3/6. Now, the best thing to do when you're subtracting two mixed numbers is to divide it into 2 steps. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start with our whole numbers and we're going to take them away. So we've got our 2 wholes here, we've got 2 wholes, and we're going to take away 1 whole, which is going to give us 1. And I'm going to park that 1 there. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look at my 2/3 take away 3 6s, and just like when we're subtracting fractions, we need to make sure those denominators are the same. So it's going to become 2/3 will become 4 6 because we need to times both the numerator and the denominator by 2. 4 6 take away 3 6 equals 1 6. So now we can see that our answer is 1 whole and 1 6, and that is our answer to the question. Okay, using this model, using the bar model, have a go at these two here. What is the answer going to be? Okay, so pop me on pause, and when I unpause, I'll put the answers here for you to check. Okay, so unpause me in 3, 2, 1. Okay, hopefully you've got the answer 1 8/14, which is simplified down to 1 4/7, and the second one 3 3/8. Okay, if you've got different answers, then pop along to the daily drop-in session and we can talk you through those again. All right, here is a method to calculate two mixed numbers, and you can see the steps going down. Now I've got a little tip for you. We don't need it until we get to this stage, okay? So when we get down here, I'll talk you through this tip. So our example is 4 1/4 take away 2 1/2. Okay? So the first thing we are going to do is make it so that they've got the same denominator. So we've got 4 1/4 take away 2 1/2. That is going to become 4 1/4 take away 2 2/4. Because we've made this fraction have the denominator of 4. Okay, now looking at this, I can see that actually there's a way for me to make this easier to calculate. It's going to be tricky for me to calculate 1/4 take away 2/4. That's going to break my whole. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to borrow this. I'm going to change this one into an improper fraction. I'm going to borrow from my whole and I'm going to make this improper. So I'm going to take my whole from here and that will become 3. So my 4 is going to become 3 because I've taken that whole. And then that means I've got 4 over 4 because that is the equivalent of 1 whole, isn't it? And then I can add that to my 1/4 that I've got here. That's it, and that is going to equal 3 5/4. Okay, it's exactly the same number. It is equivalent. 4 1/4 is equivalent to 3 5/4. I've got the exact same amount of quarters in both those numbers, but it's now going to be easier for me to do my calculation because I can go back and down here and I can do 3 take away 2, which is going to give me 1, and I can do 5/4 take away 2/4, which is going to give me 3/4. So it's a way of shifting my calculation to make it easier for me to manage. Okay, so if my fraction is smaller in the first mixed number, then I can exchange 1 whole for 4 over 4 or 4 quarters in this example. Obviously, in your examples down here, it's either going to be fifths or tenths that you're working in. It's not always going to be quarters. Okay, so pause me here. Have a go at using this method to calculate 2 1/5, take away 1 4/10. Have a go for me, okay? Pause me here and then unpause me for the answers. 3, 2, 1. Okay, here is my answer. My answer is 4/5, and you can see what I did to work it out. I had my first step. My step A was to make sure we had the same denominator, so I halved my 4 and my 10. Then I borrowed from my whole here to make it 1 6/5, which would be my first number. And my final step, step C, was to do 1 6/5, take away 1 2/5, and that gave me 4/5. All right, brilliant, guys. Okay, now there's another way that we can do mixed numbers. When we're subtracting 2 mixed numbers, another thing we could do is we can convert both numbers into improper fractions, okay? What steps do we need to make if we are putting them into improper fractions? Well, let's have a look. Okay, number 1, we need to convert both mixed numbers into improper fractions. Now, you should be able to do this in your sleep now, but do it with me if you need a little bit more time to go over it. Okay, we're going to do 5 times 8, my whole, times my denominator, which is 40. And then we are going to add on our other part, which is 5. So we're going to add on 5. There we go. And that's going to give me 45. And my denominator, is going to stay the same. So my improper fraction is going to be 45 over 8. Okay, so that's that one. This one, we're going to do 16 times 2, which is 32. Oh, that's a weird 3. Let's do that one again. 32. That's it. And then we're going to add on 11, which is going to give me 43. I've done that quicker than I can write it. It's going to be 43. That's it. Over 16. Okay. That's my first step done. I've now got 2 numbers, and I'm doing 45 over 8, take away 43 over 16. That's my first step. My second step is going to be to change my denominators to a common denominator. Now, I can't half this one because 43 is an odd number, so I'm going to have to double this one. So this number is going to change. Let me change my pen colour. Let's see, let's do it red. There we go. So this one's going to change. And I'm going to times it by 2. I'm timesing my numerator and my denominator by 2. So my denominator is going to be 16. That's it. And my numerator, 45 times 2, that is going to be 90. Okie dokie. So now I've got 90 over 16. Take away 43 over 16. Okay. Oh, my pen finger needs to hurry up, doesn't it? Right. Let's have a look at step 3. Subtract the second fraction. Nice and simple. We've been doing subtracting fractions for a while now. We should be able to do this. My denominator is going to stay the same. So my answer is definitely going to be over 16. There we go. And now I need to do 90, take away 43. You can do this in a column method if you would like to. I'm going to go 90, take away 40 gives me 50. Take away 3 gives me 47. Okay. So my answer should be 47 over 16. What's step 4 going to be? Convert my answer back into a mixed number if I can. Okay, so that's my challenge for you. Can you convert this back into a mixed number? We're going to need to group them into groups of 16. I think I might write these down here. So we're going to go 16 is 1, 32 is 2 groups of 16. Then I'm going to add on another 16, and that's going to give me 48. There we go. Is that too high? Yes, it is. So I know that my mixed number is going to be 2. And how many? What was my leftover? What is my leftover? I've got 47. That's 15 away from 32, which is 2 groups. So it's going to be 2 and 15 16ths. And I cannot simplify that down at all. So there we go. That is my answer here. All right, your turn, guys. Can you do 4 3/5, take away 1 2/3 for me? Have a go using these steps to help you do it in this order, and that will help you keep track of your calculation. Okay, and I'm going to reveal the answer to that in 3, 2, 1. All right, guys, I hope you got that answer, 44/15 or 44/15. If you didn't, if you got yourself muddled following those steps, then pop along to the daily drop-in session and me or Mrs. E will go through it with you. All right, guys, here is your varied fluency for today. Have a look on the website where you'll find these and the answers to check you're working out afterwards. And also on the website is the problem solving and reasoning tasks for today. Keep smashing it. We're going to do a subtraction with fractions recap tomorrow. And I've got a really cool subtraction recap challenge for you. Okay, see you tomorrow, guys. Bye.